Stream with new background. Let's fucking go. Let's see what's going on in the news today. See if anyone shows up. Boop. And market news. Community notes. We'll never end up in jail. Pentagon sending 900 troops from U.S. to Central Command. Pentagon says unsuccessful attack today at Erbil in Iraq. Middle East is getting spicy. Oh, Zuckerberg, you and your metaverse. That which shall never come to pass, actually. Is this just a post or is there actual an article? Nope. Article. Yep. Zuck's money pit. Metaverse bet bleeds billions. Mark Zuckerberg may be certain that the future of his company lies in the metaverse, but the money continues to look like a giant money pit. Burn, baby, burn. All those dollars. I don't know about reading the entirety of articles. Kind of just gleam over the more important parts. Unfortunately, I equal silence while reading. Yeah, let's see. 4.5 billion in 2019, 6.6 in 2020, minus 10.2 in 2021, 2022 minus 13.7 billion. Jesus fuck. And already up to 11.5 billion so far this year. I love seeing failure on a monumental scale. Let's see. There's still a long road ahead to build the next computing platform, but we are clearly doing leading work here. This is a massive undertaking and it's often going to take a few versions of each product before they become mainstream, but I think our work is going to be of historic importance and create a foundation for an entirely new way we will interact with each other and blend technology into our lives, as well as a foundation for the long term of our business. Yeah. Let me know how that works out for you in the next couple of years. I don't know if I can see a repeat of Apple and see like Zuckerberg gets ousted from Meta. That would be fucking hilarious. Unlike Steve Jobs, he doesn't have the magic touch. He just steals everything. Everything. All Steve Jobs did is just went to his engineers, like, I have an idea, make this work. Zuck is kind of just like, boop, boop, boop. I am human. We must get humans onto this metaverse. Beep, boop. I don't see any current viewers, so I'm talking to myself right now. But if anyone pops in the chat, say hi. I really don't want to post on Proctor's Discord. Really hate pick me habits. I don't want them to form. But I made the post in Twitter posting, so if anyone wants to show up, hey. Coast Guard mobilized manhunt and main shooter. Ooh, he's still at large. I remember reading an article earlier this morning where there was a copycat shooting in North Carolina. Oh, states never change. I really love these Con World videos. Ooh, in with the champ! Oh my god! I can't do a JR impression for the life of me. Ah, so satisfying. Oh. Uh, nope, nope, nope. I'm gonna vomit. Oh god. California Home Depot employee arrested for allegedly embezzling $1.2 million. San Rafael in California. Why am I not so fucking surprised? Taking cash from the store. Okay, I was just wondering if she was swiping from the cash or if she was actually in the back during, like, at the end of the day where you have to, report all the earnings and stuff. That makes a little more sense. That she was just doctoring the books of what her deposits were. Like office space, but only. That's a polite way of saying less stupid. But still got caught, so. Stupid in the end. Leading to the discovery of a small amount of cash and substantial quantity of designer merchandise, which raised suspicions that embezzled funds may have been used to make these purchases. Yeah, no kidding. Oh my! I know I've seen these before and stuff of like social media factories effectively. It's kind of weird to see them. Man, that's so fucking trippy. I assure you, I am not in some Indonesian sweatshop. I'm in the middle of nowhere, Canada. Man, it's crazy. Just in, Biden's approval rating among Democrats has plummeted by 11 points in 1 month to a new record low. I'm surprised that he has anywhere even left to fall. Yeah, I remember hearing something about this morning. Agency overreach. Musk's airship rocket launch delayed over Fish and Wildlife Service's environmental survey. So are they conducting a survey? Or what? Do. Okay, so pretty much looks like they're just drumming up some bullshit survey that they have to conduct just to delay the launch. Delay of upwards of 135 days. That's a good line. We can't help but view this investigation by the government with great skepticism, as it appears yet another effort by the Biden administration to weaponize governmental agencies to target Musk, who also owns the free speech platform X, previously known as Twitter. That Twitters. Yada 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 yada. And more fluff piece about X, but yeah, the crux of it being delayed for bullshit government reasons. It's just honestly pathetic at this point because they're not fooling anyone. St. Augustine is preparing to host the first ever Florida Man contest. Okay, this looks funny. Not to be bookmarked. I know I am subscribed to her Twitter. Not to be. News. St. Augustine. Pack up the kids. We're about to take a road trip down to St. Augustine this winter for Redneck Olympics. Woo! Florida Man Games is a athletic contest set for February 2024, where the city of St. Augustine hopes to crown the first ever official Florida Man. Organizer of the Florida Man Games described the competition as the most insane athletic showdown on earth. The games will poke fun at Florida's reputation for producing strange news stories involving guns, drugs, booze, and reptiles, or some combination of the four. Do you have to be a Florida resident to participate in this? Because it actually sounds like a lot of fun. They'll have an evading arrest obstacle course where participants are chased through backyards, over and under fences with real cops in pursuit for the authentic experience. I mean, why would the St. Augustine Police Department waste their opportunity for real life training? There's also going to be a hurricane themed cash grab where participants will be put in one of those weird wind machines to throw money around and try to pocket as much as possible. That's always a crowd pleaser. The website lists all the games to be played at the Florida Man contest. I gotta see this. The people behind this event really know Florida Man. And don't worry, of course, there will be a mullet contest as well and a beer belly mud wrestling event. I can't even. What the fuck? This looks fun. If you or a friend are Florida men and want to participate, you can register until November 15th. But if you want to go see the event, you can get in for as low as $45. Remember, this is an inaugural once in a lifetime event. Florida Man Games. Okay. Games. Fuck off. Hello. Weaponized pool noodle mud duel. Evading arrest obstacle course. Category 5 cash grab. A catalytic converter, 2 bikes, and a handful of copper pipes race against time. Compete head to head in a race to let you live a day in the life of Florida Man headline. Beer Belly, Florida. Florida Sumo. Oh, God. That looks like fun. Students walk out of a protest against Israel in New York University. They're chanting, "We don't want a Jewish state, we want all of it." Mask off. Message is clear. What's going on at American universities? It's called that the indoctrination is complete, and y'all are fucked. Yuri Bezanov warned you, but none of you listened. Breaking reports of attack on base housing U.S. troops in northern Iraq. Fun. I was wondering when that was going to pop off. I'm sorry. This lady heard a racket in her ear for 4 days, and it turns out a tiny jumping spider was nesting there. Yes, there is video. Just in time for Halloween, I got a scary spider story for you. The itsy bitsy spider might have climbed up the water spout, but did you know it also climbed into the lady's ear and nested next to her eardrum? Yeah, it happened recently in Taiwan. Ugh. Yeah, girls, this happened to a 64-year-old woman in Tian City, Taiwan, and on day one, she reported feeling as something was crawling about in her ear. Day two, day three, day four had her ear rocking with sounds of clicking, beating, and rustling. It was time to go to the doctor. It didn't take long to find a problem. In the physical exam, the doctor easily spotted the itsy bitsy arachnid moving around in its cozy new shelter, and it wasn't exactly alone. During its 4-day stay, it apparently molted, leaving the shed exoskeleton in the canal as well. Flippin' lady had a giant spider nest in her ear canal. Nasty. Oh, you think those words are bad? Check it out. They got the thing on video. Where's the link specifically? Let's see. Not the B. Allow. There we go. Okay, enough of that. This just in, China says it opposes foreign interference in Iran, backs Tehran's protection of its own sovereignty. It's like America saying they're all about freedom. I don't believe it. Peace conference, never gonna happen. Oh, yeah. On Wednesday, the far left American Civil Liberties Union made a surprising statement condemning a federal judge's attempt to gag order on former President Donald Trump. ACLU. Broken clock. Okay, you have to think about whether they're doing quote unquote the right thing, or are they just trying to go for optics of like, okay, we can't be hard left all the time, we have to at least pretend we're impartial, even though they haven't really done that for like over a decade. I don't know, seems kind of fishy to me. Ooh, so lazy. Hamas delegation has arrived in Moscow for a terror visit with their terror partners in the Kremlin. I can't even. Yeah, we need to get like George Bush back and have like the axis of evil again, because it's actually on point nowadays. as opposed to hyperbole. Oh no. Coming to the USA, Canada, and Europe probably within 5 years. Become aware of what's happening with the central bank digital currencies, digital IDs, and social credit scores. They want to control your ability to decide what you purchase, your ability to travel, yada yada yada. Yeah, yeah, we all saw this coming of them rolling out the social credit score out into the West. Kind of surprised it's taking this long, honestly. Oh, a couple of hours late, but looks like they're doing something of ground invasion in Gaza. Okay, yeah. So they're doing something. I don't think it's the full invasion's fully on. I think they're just establishing like a breach. Is that a woman or a man? I'm too scared to turn on the audio in case gamer words start flying. Ah, I think that's a woman who's gonna get her ass beat. Okay, this is pissing me off. I saw it earlier. Breaking: World Health Organization says humanitarian and health crisis in Gaza has reached catastrophic proportions. It's like, motherfucker, you are the UN. No one gives a shit. You are not important. You can't do crap. No one cares. Why people give you money and listen to you is beyond me. Oh, LeBron, you and your stupid ways. Oh yeah, you're all about a proletariat walking around in Louis Vuittons. Breaking: Wall Street Journal reports that Egypt is setting up 3 field hospitals near its border with the Gaza Strip in preparation for possible influx of wounded Palestinians. Snick. I saw this video make the rounds. Poor Snick. I shouldn't laugh. Uh, yeah, I can't. When suddenly, Poonami. right in her fucking face. Uh, Justin Putin approves new climate doctrine for Russia per decree, aiming for carbon neutrality no later than 2060. Yeah, that's not going to happen. West Corvina in California. That's a lot of shit. Oh, again, the 3 hour mark. Boston, not the Boston, the main shooter. Okay, that breaking Iran announces large-scale military training exercises starting tomorrow. That kind of worried me this morning when I first read it and stuff, because over the last few years, any pretty much damn near all like military training things were always like a prelude to something else, and especially since shit's going down right now, that's not looking too good. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? All right, this here one kind of is me. Prosecutor livid after FBI refused to pursue credible Biden Ukraine corruption allegations evidence from 40 informants. It's like, yeah, I would be kind of pissed too if I was constantly being cock blocked from doing my goddamn job. Breaking: Israel's ambassador to the UN tells members of the Security Council the war in Gaza has nothing to do with Palestinians. It is instead focused on the barbaric Hamas terrorists who invaded Israel from the sea, land, and air, with one purpose of to savagely murder every living thing they encounter. Yeah, that kind of sums things up. Pipkin, I saw you posted my thing in Proctor's Discord. Does that mean you're in chat? Yes, it is. Shalom. Hey, I'm just reading the news. You haven't missed too much. Very much all variations of the current happenings in Israel and the main shooter. Okay, this one looks kind of dumb. Lives a TikTok. A geometry teacher in wherever the fuck came to teach dressed as Satan wearing horns and pitchfork. He reportedly held a pitchfork over each student's head and said, "Hail Satan," as they walked into the classroom. Why are teachers pushing Satanism into students? Much like what Kirsty says, don't ask questions. No, they haven't found the main guy yet. He's still on the loose, and in fact, since then, there's been a couple of copycat things. If I keep on scrolling, I'm eventually going to come across. There was a copycat incident earlier this morning in North Carolina. I think 5 people were shot. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Yeah, 4 hours ago, Maine governor gives update. If I go to the top of my feed, if I just refresh, let's see. I don't know what that is. I don't want to know. Oh goodness! Not not only was there another shooting, looks like there's yet another shooting. Where the? Oh, oh, this is an active shooter thing at a military base. Oh shit. Yeah, because there was that. Yeah, because the guy who shot in Maine was a firearms training officer at like a reservist thing, I think. It's like the military is going all cuckoo all at once. Shit. Yeah, at least the comments are on point. Thinking it's a false flag event. Nobody cares about the alphabet soup. Yeah, Pipkin, I blame you. I kind of got addicted to the web browser version of the fruit game. Uh, I don't know. I don't really got much. If anyone wants to call in, you can just click my Discord link, and I can see Pipkin. If you're not at work, I'm looking at you. Of course, you're at work. Okay, that's fine. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Words. I wouldn't do a voice call while you're at work. That'd be distracting, or for either you or anyone involved. No, 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 no. You focus on what you're doing. Ah, shit. Yeah, I better keep my eye on my Discord if you want to come in. Let's see. Desktop, group talk.
Does this work?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's got to finish
All
fit.
right.
It's got to finish fiddling with things and move things around. So, how are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
I can't complain. Kind of a slow day today. How about you? Keep.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah. So you're okay with chit chatting while you're at work? No one's gonna come and yell at you.
Yeah, as long as we're not, doing racial shit or whatever, I think it'd be all right for a couple minutes here and there.
Well, we're on YouTube, so I was kind of hoping that that wouldn't come to pass to begin with.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I was worried about that. I think we're all right. It'll be fine for now.
Yeah. So
Okay, so I just put on headphones. Does this work?
yeah, I'm getting that you're loud, so I'm gonna turn down desktop audio smidgen. You should don't worry about adjusting your stuff. I'll just adjust it on my end.
All right. Oh.
So, do you have any opinions on the current things going on?
Well, the main shooter stuff or any type of shooting. I'm all for raising the minimum age requirements for owning a gun. I know it's not a popular opinion, but there's just a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, there is, but I'm a big proponent of the slippery slope fallacy not being a fallacy and it being a death by a thousand cuts because, I live in Leafland and I'm experiencing that right now. I think I adjusted you too low. What was that?
Oh yeah, sorry. My phone just started playing a random video that was paused on YouTube. It scared the shit out of me, man. I couldn't figure out what the fuck was happening.
Yeah, I'm having a bit of a hateful relationship with YouTube right now because it seems to be like every time I open up a new stream, I have to like clear my uBlock Origin cache and re-download the filters.
Yeah, that sounds like a pain in the ass. Anyway, back to the gun topic or whatever. I know we make those percentage jokes. That's all funny and stuff. But when it comes to mass shootings, man, incel white boys kill way more people than that doesn't excuse just the random robbery and stuff, but can't go out and do shit anymore, man. I'm too scared to go out to be honest.
I'm not necessarily scared to go out. I'm just a bit of a shut-in, but I don't know. People are gonna be violent regardless and stuff. It's just I don't know if it's an artifact of the current news cycle of all this like quote unquote happening all at once. As you get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I get it. It's the media pumps out just all the bad shit all at once, and that's all that's in your mind. I'm more concerned that when I'm out, I gotta take my girlfriend with me, and she's a fucking bleeding heart, liberal and whatnot. So I don't know how I can deal. Like if it was by myself, right, I can do whatever. But if I'm with her, then I have to make sure she's all right, and I've got zero confidence in her ability to just pay attention to something going on, man.
Yeah.
But oh no, go ahead.
Nah, I'm kind of with Mac. It's like in chat, stop announcing the killer's name. Tell us about the victims. Yeah, it's kind of just like don't give the guy attention because there are quote unquote like death by cop suicide like attention whores that pick like kind of like the worst way to go about it and stuff. So yeah, don't give them attention. Just support like thing happened and who it is, kind of regardless.
Yeah, hands down. Uh, yeah, I agree with that. It's just there's a lot of random violence that goes on. You know what I mean? And I know like mass shootings, the definition's like four or more, but motherfuckers out here just pull triggers on each other, and random people get hit anyway. Might as well be a mass shooting.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Well, no, it's just that there's like no like one size fits all solution to this shit. So, so I don't know. I wish there could be something done, but at the end, they not really anything to be done.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to stay strapped, or just pay attention, man. Like, I'll give an example. I went to a Denny's with my girlfriend, and we were having dinner there and whatever. And this black couple keeps like arguing, right? And you can hear the slowly it's building up. You can hear it, right? And the guy's getting more and more frustrated, and now he's screaming.
Yeah,
And the first thing she does is she looks. It's like a man and a woman. It's a couple, and then her first reaction is, "We got to step in because the woman might be in danger." And my thing is don't get involved because you don't know what the fuck this guy is mad about. Maybe she dumped him. Maybe she uh cheated on him, or maybe what happens a lot out of here is sorry, I got dip in my mouth.
yeah,
What happens out here is a lot a lot of the girls will set up a dude and bring him somewhere on a date, and then later on, four other guys walk up on him while he's outside, and they shoot him, right?
yeah,
So it could be one of those things. I'm telling her, hey, don't get involved. We don't know these people. Just pretend it's not happening. And worst case scenario, the fire exit's right there. We run right out if he starts shooting, right? But she's kind of like standing up and trying to make sure this other girl she doesn't know is all right. And the waitresses are running around, they're screaming. I think she ran the black girl ran into the kitchen, and the guy followed after her. Now everybody's like panicking and whatnot. And I'm just like, just look down, head, face the fire exit. Once the gun goes off, I'm gonna grab you and we're gonna run. And she's there like, no, you got to protect the girl. And I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like, this is why I don't want to go anywhere. Because if an actual mass shooting happened, I don't know if I could actually grab my girlfriend, make sure that she understands, like, hey, It's just us that's important right now. Like we got to stop fucking around.
Yeah, no, I've experienced this quite a bit too. Like for example, when I got the first aid training way back when, we actually got taught by an EMT, and most of the class, quote unquote, failed. We passed, but it was kind of like a lesson thing. Pretty much what it was like, okay, we learned everything. Now here's a patient. Go deal with the patient. But the real test was situational awareness. Notice the gunman behind the pillar. And I think I was one of only two guys who noticed that there, and the correct answer was to bail.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. So
Yes,
they had a guy set up behind a pillar.
yeah, and pretty much every bleeding heart went straight to the patient and got shot. But me and the other guy, we noticed the shooter behind the pillar and we bailed. And it was just like, does no one have situational awareness anymore? Like it was kind of an eye opener back in the day for me. It's just like, are you really all just not paying attention?
Like for a lot of people don't experience of that. You know what I mean? If it's their first real run, even if it's a test, man, people aren't paying attention. All they know is someone got shot and they want to help. They got that instinct to go help the other guy. It's not like the military. Not everybody's in the military. Not everyone's got like fucking gun range experience.
Well, I got like gun range experience, but I can't say I'm like military. I just pay attention because I'm out in the bush a lot of the time, and if I'm not paying attention, like I could, slip and fall, have a bear sneak up on me. I don't know. I gotta pay attention, or else I'm gonna fucking die.
Yeah, that comes from life experience, man. A lot of people, man, don't have that. They don't have the life experience. They never heard a gun go off. They, whenever they don't know, like they get scammed a lot, man. Look at Q and the fucking that one girl, right? The cyber idol shit, man. People just fucking get scammed all the time. They're just ignorant of shit.
I don't know. It's kind of depressing, but then I see all the current stuff going on with Clown World and stuff. And it's kind of like a free for all of like I don't know, like Escape from New York level shit. It's just like, okay, nothing's being enforced. Have at it.
It Yeah, exactly, dude. It is a free for all, man. In some parts of this city here, uh, yeah, people get shot. It doesn't get reported in the news. Uh, you'd have to like find police Twitter or like police scanner Twitter and figure out what's going on because those people report everything. But people just don't give a fuck, man. They don't report any shootings here. So my girl wants to go down to the hipster places, and right the next street over is all ghetto, dude.
I believe it.
And I just can't get her to understand like, hey, you're going down there with your friends, or I'm taking you down there, or whatever. Like, bad shit happens. It's probably gonna happen, and it did. Some fucking guy like ran into a bunch of cars and shit, and just had to explain to her like, dude, you're not paying attention because you just don't care. You just assume it's not gonna happen to you. You just never know.
Yeah, it's kind of sad to have to experience with that, especially with like a close, like a close friend or girlfriend boyfriend kind of thing and stuff. Like a couple of my exes, I kind of had to beat that into them and stuff because when I was dating them, I was still in university, and there was like a really bad epidemic of like you remember swarmings when kids did the swarms.
Yeah, man. Flash, they still do that shit here.
Oh, I believe it. But I remember one time I was out, and I swear to God, they were all in middle school. They weren't even in high school. I swear to God. And they tried to swarm me. And pretty much what I did is I picked up the smallest one, and I just chucked him in his friends. I'm like, what do you guys think was going to happen? I'm like 6'4" and damn near 300 pounds. What the fuck do you think was going to happen?
Yeah, man. I'm too scared to do that shit.
I know. It's just like, is it like a social wiring crossing? I just don't get it.
Well, out here in the states, man, you pick up a kid and you throw them. When the cops come, that's all they're gonna focus on is you assaulted a minor, man. They're not gonna look at, hey, you were surrounded by a bunch of kids. I mean, kids are not, physical stature and all that bullshit aside. All they're gonna focus on, you assaulted a kid, and then now it's you in cuffs. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
oh, I know. I was younger and it was like, middle of nowhere, no one saw me kind of thing stuff. But nowadays and stuff, yeah, I wouldn't trust anything nowadays and stuff. I would just bail.
Yeah. I mean that's it. That's all you can do is bail. Don't go. Stay home. Try to find stuff in the burbs or the exurbs. Try to have enjoy your time at home, man. That's all I can do. It's just not worth the hassle because the risk is so high now that you go someplace nice or someplace trendy or whatever, and some fucking kid is gonna run up on you with a gun.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with Mac. That person says I'm 16. He hit me. You are fucked when the cops come.
100%, man. 100%. They will fuck you. Every DA, every lib DA just wants that story, man. They stop racism. They stop the hate crime. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're gonna jump on your fucking head, man.
yeah. Going back to an earlier thing from Mac, aren't they announcing now all killings in Detroit, Chicago, where more than three people are as pretty much long and short is yes, they have moved the goalpost for what is a mass shooting, and it's not just like in certain places. It's pretty much across the board. It's not that shootings are increasing. Is that the metric to classify mass shootings is changed. So it appears that they're increasing, but they're actually not.
Yeah, that is 100% true.
It's like maybe I just got lucky with math teachers in high school and stuff because they didn't teach us any bullshit and stuff, and they were like, you can massage any numbers you want, and here's how you do it, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean that's just basic statistics, isn't it?
Pretty much. I kind of pissed at myself because when I went for my undergrad for a bachelor of science, I had to take a full math credit, which was calculus 1 and calculus 2, or I could have taken statistics. I took calculus 2. I really wish I took statistics because that would have been way more applicable to everyday shit.
Yeah, hands down.
Like,
Hey, so they actually haven't found that guy from Maine yet. Um,
no, they haven't.
I don't know that. I don't. I don't know if you know about this. There was a guy who shot a cop or two a couple years ago in Philadelphia. It's either Philadelphia or PA, and that dude hid in the woods for a while.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember that when they made the rounds.
Now I read on the thread that he might be SEER trained or something, but apparently he's a reservist, so he wouldn't necessarily go through that kind of training. But
From what I've read, he's a reservist and he was the designated firearms instructor for his unit, I guess.
all right, let's see. False alarm, no shooting at the base, so all clear on that base shooting.
Oh, that's good.
Um,
Oh yes. Okay. Do you remember that senator, not senator, but that Jamal Bowman guy, the guy who pulled the fire alarm to stop the vote the other week?
yeah. He got a misdemeanor.
Yeah, he did. I'm just looking at that now. Good. It's kind of like one of those things. It's like who are you trying to fool exactly? It's like how do you mistake a literal fire alarm for an automatic door switch?
Well, that new Speaker of the House. That's his job to fucking punish Bowman if he so chooses. I don't think he is. I think the GOP's fucked this year, man. We're not getting anything.
Well, you have to remember the whole system is screwed. It's kind of like what flavor of lie do you want?
Well, there was that, but then Trump and MAGA got high, or yeah, MAGA got really popular and whatnot, and you kind of just assume that the populace is gonna vote one way. But I was looking at the thread and looking at the people who weren't voting for Jordan. I mean, they're in heavy Republican districts, and you would think that they would have to at least kowtow a little bit to the MAGA people, but I don't know what the fuck. I don't live there, so I don't know what the feeling on the ground is. Here, the Republican Party doesn't even try.
I honestly don't care because the district I'm at has been the New Democratic Party since before I even moved here and stuff, and it's been the same guy. So I honestly, if I were to go out, I'd be throwing my vote to like the Conservatives or the People's Party. So it's just like, whatever. I'd make myself feel good, but I wouldn't actually do anything.
Uh, as far as I know, they put up a bullshit candidate and they don't even advertise this guy. I've never got a door knock from the local GOP guy. The only person that ever came by was a Trump dude back in 2016. That was a surprise to me because we only get the Democrats walking around here. But he tried his best, man, and I don't know that he was new to the whole thing. I don't know. He wasn't a very good. He didn't do a good job. Let me just say.
I don't know. My opinion on Canadian politics was back when the election where the Liberals and Trudeau got in that year, they they didn't do first past the post like normal voting. What they did is they did proportion, like the runoff voting, and the Liberals pushed that for that hard. And then the instant they got in, the next election they went back to the old system because they got in.
Oh my god! And the contra liberals they didn't even bother putting up a fuss.
No one did. It totally went under the radar. I was just like, God damn it! It's like it was so blatant too. It was just like, and don't get me wrong, I do like runoff voting stuff because the system does work and stuff. But if you're going to implement it just for your own benefit and then go back to your old system once you're in, that's just like, well, you sour people on a legitimate system because you kind of you fuck around with it.
Yeah, but think of it this way: now that you're all disillusioned, they can keep doing it. You know, it's yeah. The problem is, of course, that we don't have well, in America anyway, we don't have third parties. We do, but we don't.
Canada's about the same. It's either the Liberals or the Conservatives. You know, like the NDP, the Bloc Québécois, the Green Party. They're there just to siphon off votes from like the major parties. But there's enough third parties that kind of evens out, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the libertarians only run. There's like a strong GOP candidate or whatever. The Libertarian Party is suddenly on the ballot. And then if there's this area is blue anyways, it doesn't matter. But generally speaking, yeah, if there's like a strong GOP guy, all of a sudden there's like 8 libertarian candidates that's come out of nowhere. They get like 2 or 3% of the vote or some bullshit.
I don't trust any of the Canadian libertarian parties because they all got co opted by literal commies and they're pretty much controlled opposition for like liberals.
Yeah, same here, give or take. A lot of the libertarians are just fucking dickheads. They might as well be progressive in some things, but a lot of the shit is just like free. They want open immigration. They want fucking free market. They love China. They love cheap shit. Whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of sad because as a matter of principle, I can do consider myself a libertarian, but like the words kind of lost all meaning and got co-opted and stuff. So I kind of just like call myself lib center.
Not a moderate.
No, like on the libertarian versus authoritarian scale, I'm a hardcore into the liberal end of the scale. But as far as left and right goes, I could not give two shits.
Nah. I see Mex says, I remember a Communist Party try to tell people they weren't communists. We've never had a commie party here. We've never had anarchists. We never even had like Nazis try. I heard they try the next state over, but here it's just blue all the way down. It's blue or like the squat blue.
uh, I just find the next decade or so, politics are going to be amusing because all the boomers are going to be either dying or retiring as much as they want to keep them on life support. So having all the kids come in all at once is going to be hilarious.
Yeah, and I hope so. Because we have Pelosi, we had Feinstein for a while, we have McConnell. You know, those motherfuckers are ancient. They're holding on. You know, they're gonna hold on to that seat until they fucking die, just like Feinstein did.
Well, they got to get some more kids off the street of Washington and, do those blood transfusions and those satanic sacrifices, if you can catch my meaning.
Yeah, yeah, I catch your meaning.
They're not even fooling anyone anymore, especially when it comes to that stuff. Like, I remember when Jem did his Finding the Founders video back in the day and stuff. I was just like, not terribly surprising, but then, to see it kind of come out more in the open nowadays and stuff, it's just like, yep.
Man, I don't know. This country is fucked. Well, good. There are some good news. I forgot what state it is, but some southern state here is like telling the Chinese. Ooh, almost said. The Chinese, like, they have to sell the land that they bought because they're not going to have Chinese land ownership, and that's like a good thing. But people are upset about it. So
No, I saw
yeah, we'll
that.
see.
I saw that, and it also opened up another can of worms because apparently it came out because of that. It's also coming out that China owns, like, between you guys and us, own a lot of roads and have tolls. So you're getting tolled on Chinese roads in North America, and that money's going back to China and the CPP, and that's pissing off a shit ton of people.
Yeah, they got the land, they got the toll. They also own a lot of debt, which is one of the fucking problems that we're having as an economy or whatever. We just can't like de-invest because they own so much of it. I don't know, man. This like here, like there's a this wasn't off. I know a guy, and he was bragging. Um, Apparently in the states, like you can be an immigrant without a work permit, but there's nothing stopping you from creating a business and hiring people, right? Like, so how does that make sense? But apparently, like there are plenty of formerly illegal immigrants that create businesses, and that's how they get rich here. That boggles my mind, man. I heard that, and I just couldn't figure. I don't know. I just threw up my hands.
And we don't have too much of an illegal problem, but we do have a legal illegal problem in that we have a visa program for offshore workers to come in to work dirt cheap and suppress the wages. And what companies do will be like, oh, we put a job posting, but no one applied. So we had to go look out. Wink, wink.
Oh yeah, same for America. What it is, it's legally they have to publish the job posting, so they put out an ad in some part of the newspaper that nobody fucking reads, but because they publish it in a newspaper, that counts. And when people obviously don't apply because they don't read the fucking newspaper, then they just they apply for a H-1B visa. That there's a video of that. Like some immigration lawyer was talking about that 20 years ago. What is it, 2022? Probably like 15, 20 years ago, man. I remember that on that was a big thing back in the day.
Yeah. I don't. I don't know. I remember just when I got out of university, I was completely aware of all this stuff, so I was kind of more black pilled and stuff and kind of doomer about it and stuff. And now I'm kind of just nihilistic about it, and that, yeah, it happens, it sucks, but nothing I can do about it, so, I'm just going to start my time and then check out.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm trying to word this correctly here. Like I get that mentality, but I guess just being an American, uh, and I emphasize that because we just fucking once we get going, man, we just don't care. I don't know. That just seems too much of a doomer a doomer outlook, or a black pilled outlook. I think as to how like we gotta run. Like there's a guy in New Jersey, I think a couple years ago, right, for midterms, very recent.
Yeah.
He was a truck driver, and he won, and he beat the incumbent Republican guy out of nowhere just because he went out and he walked the streets and was just knocking on doors and letting people know, hey, I'm running too, and you know what, I'm different from that guy. And I think he spent like $2,000 total for his campaign, and then the other guy spent like 100 or 200,000. But all it takes, man, all it takes is you just talk to a couple people, then those people talk to a couple people. Next thing things are changing. Um,
Well,
the problem that
that
we
was pretty much Trump's entire modus operandi for his initial thing in 2016. Was just like, okay, instead of taking all these people's money and stuff, I was just like, I'll do my own kind of thing, and it actually worked. And then when the next round came out in 2020, it was just like, okay, the powers that be knuckled down. It's like, okay, we're not letting that happen again.
Yeah, I remember when he came down that escalator, man. He was like, "I'm running for president." He came down that escalator, and that like my cousin, he doesn't give a shit about politics, but he's like, "I'm a Trump guy." He heard the speech on the escalator. He told all his friends, and then the people that could vote legally voted legally, and the felons just were out there like, "Yeah, I'm a Trump guy," and that's how he won 2016. Then they stole the fucking. Well, I don't know if I can say that. Then there was that thing in 2020.
Well, I'm not American, so they can't get me on this. Fuck that. The 2020 election was rigged as fuck.
I mean, YouTube is still YouTube, so you know what I mean. I know.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm excited for the next. I'm excited for this election because if the GOP has their way in the local party primary, the way it works is there's the national GOP. It's probably the same in Canada. There's always the local guys that
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
to watch out for, and they're gonna pull primary shenanigans like pretty much what happened in 2016, where they don't tell the regular people who are voting how it goes down. Um, so they're gonna fuck him on like the slates, the primary rules, and he's not. I don't think he's gonna get it.
Now, my kind of hope for the American election in 2024 is that they hobble out Biden again, Trump campaigns from a jail cell, and Kennedy is kind of just like, fuck it, bitches, I'm going to own this place.
I mean, he'd just be another Eugene Debs, socialist who was jailed. And I think Eugene actually won. I can't remember if he won or not.
I know
He
what you're
did get a lot
talking.
of the vote.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember either.
That's the difference. Like I'm at the age where Howard Zinn and the people's history of the United States, like that book was like what everybody my age and my generation read, and it explains a lot about, hey, for anyone complaining about how bad the current politics is, it's nowhere near as bad as it was in the 1900s.
Oh, God,
I mean,
no.
we had political assassinations, we had riots, we had a bunch of shit going down. Here it's just all Twitter bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of always been kind of my problem is that modern, insert whatever you want here, modern, just modernity, it's so fucking like lazy, stupid, pathetic. Like even like the slimy weasels, like the modern day Nixons aren't even trying to be slimy. It's all out in the open.
Yeah, it's all slacktivism, man. It's all slacktivism. That's all it is. I mean, look at Nick Fuentes, right? What did he do? He just streamed. It's not like he went and sent America First to go knock on doors. It was just people circle jerking on fucking Discord and Twitter and whatever fucking stupid site he's running.
To be fair, America First are literal glowies, so there's that.
Yeah, and that's another fucking problem we have.
Yeah, this grassroots campaign is totally grassroots. Believe us. Don't ask where the money's coming from.
I don't know. The fucking like like I don't understand how Nick got so popular, dude. Like I know Richard Spencer's been around for a while, man, and he was doing those gay cruises, phalanx or whatever. I mean, he was a joke back in the day, but then somehow he got popular. Then you got the Nick came along on the scene, and I don't know, the alt right. You know what it is? It's the same shit that happened to the Kiwi farms, man. It's once like the alt right, the different branches, the different fucking factions started getting popular, man. All those websites had to go down piece by piece. Like all the forums started disappearing. They got deplatformed. or they got bought out. So I
Yeah,
just don't understand like where where conservatism in America is actually headed towards, because I don't even know. Like I'm disconnected in a way because most of my shit's like in real life. So I don't know like who outside of the Nick. I don't know who else is the big fucking fantasy boogeyman.
well, the election cycle really hasn't kicked off yet until like the primaries start, so it's kind of like up in the air right now. But I'm sure they're going to kind of wheel out some like alt right, quote unquote, alt right like boogeyman.
But who? Like 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 Richard Spencer has been around for a while. You know what I mean? Pat Buchanan, God bless his soul, man. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but you had Pat Buchanan, you had Sam Francis, you had all those guys back in the 80s and 90s. I don't even know what the fuck happened to was it Steve Saylor? Is he still around? Do you know? You even heard of Steve Saylor?
No, I know Steve Saylor, but I don't know what the fuck he's doing or if he's even still kicking.
Yeah, like all the guys that I read, they kind of like fell apart when who's that black chick that came on scene recently?
Uh,
Uh she was like a lib dem, and then after Trump, suddenly she became like the go-to fucking she's like the black who's the horse face bitch?
the horse face bish is AOC.
No. For the conservative side, she was like really horse faced and
Oh, that one. Okay. I
and
can I know the face. Might be Collins.
yeah. So like it's like people like that have been around for like decades at that point, but now they've all disappeared. Like I don't even hear about the horse face one anymore, and I haven't really heard about the black girl anymore either.
Well, it's kind of you have to think it's kind of like how Occupy Wall Street worked. Is that what they did? What the powers that be did was like, oh shit, this is legitimate. And then what they did is they wheeled out all the yahoos and put them in front of center of the cameras, and then they delegitimized things. And I kind of figured that's the same thing with like the junior politicians right now is kind of like, okay, let's take the loudest and brashest and silly ones and like, okay, these are our opponents, vote for us, kind of thing.
But who's the new? Because Nick's dead. Nick's career is dead.
Oh, for sure.
So who's the next guy? Who's the next loud, brash, fucking retard?
Well, I'm sure Milo needs more cocaine, so he might come out for another round.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God, I hope not, man. Fuck.
What? He's not entertaining enough for you in his little shenanigans.
He wasn't funny at Breitbart, and he's not funny now.
Oh, I
That's my
know.
opinion. I don't know, man. I'm just I'm just like, who's the next stupid asshole they're gonna pop up to talk to use against Trump? And it's just like, Chris, it might be Milo actually. I think because Milo's the one with all the political connects. For some reason, somehow he's still politically connected.
Well, he's politically connected because he has the hard drive with all the blackmail.
Yeah, fuck. I don't know why. I don't know. I gotta watch what I say, but I don't know why you would let a sodomite. Never mind.
I personally don't care. No one's gonna watch this.
I don't know why you'd want a sodomite like Milo or Nick anywhere near you politically. I don't know.
Well, I got no problem with the gays in and of themselves and stuff, but I'll say this: they're not sending their best.
No, they're not. Peter Thiel was unironically probably the financier for a lot of the right wing stuff at the moment.
Well, yeah, he has fuck you money.
And then you got Trump. Matt Gates, I guess, is the next guy. I think he'd try to push after Trump, but I
I
don't know. He
I don't know, but I'm kind of here's my little prediction. I bet that the Democrats and Republicans are going to go Dutch on completely and utterly shitting on Kennedy. That's probably going to be the big boogeyman.
It could be. I don't know. Barris, Richard Barris, the fucking weird pollster guy.
Yeah, yeah.
He's out there saying Kennedy's like is going to take away from Trump, but the people I talk to, it's either Trump or they're just going to stay home. So I don't know who. I don't know what the demographic Barris is looking at, but as
Well,
far as I know,
the thing is with Kennedy, he's not going to exactly pull away from the Republicans. So if the Republicans hypothetically run Trump, he's going to get his votes. But the Democrats are scared shitless of Kennedy because he's going to steal all their votes.
well, that depends, right? Because you got to get on the ballot first, and Kennedy's doing a non-established independent third-party run, if I read it correctly. And to get on all 50 states requires one, a lot of money, two, a lot of fucking like people on the ground. And I know Kennedy was out there on like the various talk shows and whatnot trying to go for full ground press, but I just don't see I don't see like how he actually gets on the ballot for a lot of places, because if you're not, because you have to get the signatures to get on the ballot to begin with, I think.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure of the numbers, but I do know the process. Yeah, they're going to do all that they can to stymie him getting on ballots and stuff. Like, pretty much, they're going to give him the Bernie treatment at the end of the day, just from the independent point of view, as opposed to being within the Democratic Party.
Hey man, Bernie got a bunch of nice houses from that deal, and honestly, I don't fault Bernie for that.
No, no. I'm all about making the system work for me. As scummy as it may be, it's like, hey, you do you, bud.
Hey man, no refunds, right? No refunds.
Nope. Once again, I'm asking you for financial contributions. It's like, all right, Grandpa, here you go. Fuck off.
I mean, was it? I think it was Nevada, the Nevada primary for the Democrats back in 2015 or 2016 or whatever. The Democrats did fuck over the Bernie Bros at that little primary where they just did a quick three gavel pound. That's it. Vote's done, and it's not Bernie Sanders. And I remember they were like there was like a mini riot at the primary where the fucking Bernie Bros were like throwing chairs and they called the police and shit. So
Well,
I don't know, I feel
the thing is with the Bernie Bros, a lot of them, and I do mean a lot of them, this was their first experience with the real world.
yeah, that is true. That is true. A lot of the young guys just had no idea. Same with the Trump people too. To be honest, a lot of the first Trump people they voted on the ballot, but they didn't understand that they had to go to a separate event to vote again, and a lot of them didn't even show up.
Yeah, I don't want to poo poo on the American system and stuff, but the whole primary thing has always been kind of stupid to me. It's kind of just like either you're registered or you're not, and it's just going to vote whether what. Like, we don't have, like, I'm not registered to anything because I don't have to be to vote here. I just go and vote. Easy peasy.
Yeah, it's different for every state. If you want to vote within the party, you have to register for that party. Some states allow open primaries where any registered voter can vote for anyone's primaries, but that's only like what 7 or 8 states or something.
Oh
But
yeah,
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 the way you
yeah.
guys have it up there is like it's a lot easier to get a better candidate.
I guess, but I don't know. I I understand your guys' system. Don't get me wrong. I understand it, but I just don't agree with it.
Yeah, I don't agree with it either. It's fucking shit, man. Because like I said, I think our state actually, even though we had a bunch of people vote for Trump on the ballot, the actual primary, not enough of them showed up. So I think we got Bush or fucking Ted Cruz or somebody or some shit, and it didn't even fucking matter because this is a blue state. So it was just annoying, is what I'm saying. Like I get it, I know it too, but it fucking sucks, man. It sucks to be a fucking American sometimes.
I remember the Bush election, and that was a giant clusterfuck. And then, just looking back on it, it was like the Bush election was kind of like a portent of things to come.
You're talking about the George W.
Yeah, the W election, the especially like the recount. Oh fuck, that was fun.
Christ. The good thing is Florida cleaned up its act after that. You know what I mean? But it's not like Chicago runs everything here, so it doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah, I figure that Chicago has a stranglehold on the Midwest.
It does. Chicago, I think there. So there was a guy. So Pritzker is the governor, and right now it's his faction that runs the state party. Used to be a guy named Madigan, but then he got ousted. It was a couple years ago on some bullshit Me Too thing, I think, or some bullshit like corruption. But it's like everybody knew because everybody was wetting their beak with the grift, and I don't know. I mean, Pritzker's family is super rich, and he owns pretty much all the cannabis stores here, all the dispensaries. Pritzker owns like a portion of every store because you have to give it to him in order to get the permit. So,
Oh,
like,
I
no
know.
one's talking about that.
Oh, I know. It's funny because people say like in like for North America, like both you and us, they're like there aren't no like there's no royalty, there's no dynasties. It's like bull fucking shit. If you're not part of the club,
Yeah, well,
if you're not part of the club, then fuck you.
yeah, exactly. Like the people who say that just don't have never tried to do anything in their life, man. Like, if you don't grease the right hands, you're not getting shit. I was reading the other day in San Francisco, if you didn't bribe the fucking board of supervisors, you're not opening a building. You're not laying any foundation. You're not getting the permits. And apparently, it's so bad the federal government is actually stepping in. I think because they're looking at it like you have a housing problem. There's a lot of homeless. You, but none of these buildings are going up that are supposed to be like 700 rooms with like 15% fucking low income designations or whatever the fuck they have, whatever stupid fucking rule they have down there.
Yeah.
And it was like this shit happens in all the big cities. Like why like sure, I'm a conservative, but I also understand like yeah, homeless people need a place to go. So why don't you lessen the rules or stop the fucking corruption that's going on to prevent these buildings from going up in the first place? I don't know, man. It's so fucking dumb, dude. I fucking hate this country sometimes.
Well, you have to not to go black pill or doom pill, but like the system is rigged, and it's rigged towards the has versus the have-nots. Like where I'm at here, like the first, like the company I used to work for here, like the COO that was working here at the time. I probably told the story, but I'll tell it again because it's relevant. He wanted to convert the shaft mining to an open pit. So he wanted to convert like a high grade, low tonnage operation to a low tonnage. No, a low grade, high tonnage system, but that's not how it works. But the reason why he did that is because he wanted to give all his buddy contracts. So he had to fudge the books and justify changing the system to give his buddy contracts. But then he got caught and ran out of town.
Jeez.
So it's just like those that have their little kingdoms, they're gonna fight fucking tooth and nail for it, and that's how it is. It sucks, but it is what it is.
Well, see, you can only tell that story because you were in that industry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I never heard of that.
Well,
I know it's Canada or whatever, but
well, no, it's kind of one of those things. It never got to like I'm my NDA probably ran out a long time ago, but like pretty much what it was is like it never made the news. It's just I knew it because I was literally there and saw it firsthand.
yeah, that type of shit goes on all the time. And if you're some fucking yokel who only does a 9 to 5 at a work from home fucking job, you're not gonna know this shit. You're not gonna know the fucking the like here in the states we have. I don't know if you have them too. We got diversity scams going on, right? If you're a minority owned business or whatever, you get first dibs on all the bids, right? You get preferential treatment.
Oh
So what
yeah,
people
yeah,
do,
yep.
yeah, you understand. You understand what I'm getting with it, but you don't know that if you're fucking some jackass who just works at like I don't know, Pfizer or some bullshit,
Oh, I know.
an office somewhere.
Yeah, like they put in they now. I'll say this much: in Canada, at least they're a little bit honest, because I have seen a couple of postings for like certain jobs where it's literally to the point of white men need not apply, like that level of blatant.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's honest. Here, it's just like we get first dibs, and so white guy opens a company, puts the black guy on a fucking board, and all of a sudden it's a black run company, and now this guy is grifting so much.
Yeah,
It's all fucking dumb, dude. It's all dumb. It's all dumb shit, and you gotta explain to these fucking morons like, hey, this is how this is how our country works, and that's the way it's been.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's just all so tiring. That's why I kind of live on the internet and just laugh at stupid shit. Largely inconsequential shit because you know like like I was just talking with one of my friends earlier today and he was like, hey, you looking at all these conspiracy theories? I'm like, dude, I don't have to. I just have to open up the news and see the conspiracy facts with my own eyes. It's like you can't even make this shit up. It's all out in the open. Like, psyops were invented. Like, are in and of themselves psyops. Like that's what conspiracy theory is. It's just like it's like I know it's bullshit. So, eh.
I, uh, I don't know, man. I'm just lost for words right now. I'm
I
just getting heated in my mind. I just want to say a bunch of shit, and I'm just like, man, I gotta watch what I say.
well,
But yeah, like you're right.
we all know who runs the things. They need not be said. Triple parentheses. Triple parentheses.
Now I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push back on that because I know that's the popular saying, but it's not
No,
like locally speaking.
no, I know. That's always been the joke and stuff. But like, you have these like even at the local thing and stuff, you have like these little pockets of power. Like that's why I said like before, like the modern day royalty and the modern day monarchies are the powers that be, the old money.
Yeah, I'll say this, man. For big cities like Chicago, the good thing is that the stupidest people bought into the progressive politics, and now there's that pushback against the old oligarchies, right? Like the big corporations that do all the donations, because now they have to sit and coddle the fucking BLM shit, the Hamas shit, the fucking trans shit. They gotta sit there and now they gotta eat shit that
Well,
they set up.
yeah, that's the funny thing is like they raised they raised their own attack dogs, and they were and now they're surprised that they're turning around and biting the hand that feeds them because they got fed all this bullshit and stuff, and they actually ended up believing it and stuff, and then the powers that be are like, oh shit, we can't turn this off. Well, shit.
Yeah, and it's great. I fucking love
Oh, I
all
do
the
too.
migrants, all the I fucking love all the immigrants coming up to Chicago, man. I fucking love that. Watching everybody piss their pants. Just
Oh,
watching
oh yeah.
dude,
Once they started busing them up, like all of them up north, like once they cross the border, just ship them up north, and then like the cows are coming, like the chickens are coming home to roost, and it's just like ha ha ha, you're not so big about your sanctuary city now, are you, asshole?
oh yeah. Oh dude, it is fucking delicious. Just it's delectable just watching all of a sudden, man. You got blacks, you got Chinese, you got Hispanics all flipping the fuck out on the politicians and the corporations for trying to build fucking tent cities and housing all these fucking illegals and whatnot. And it is fucking great, man. It is amazing shade and Freude.
Oh, I know. When I worked in Calgary for a little while and stuff, I worked a bunch of temp jobs, and one of them was at this furniture construction factory. And I shit you not, every single section was partitioned. You had the white guys, you had the Chinese guys, you had the black guys. We all hated the Arabs. They were over in their own corner. Oh, it was.
Everyone hates Arabs, dude.
I know, but it was so like I. It was so surreal because it was just like a microcosm of like just everything. It was just like, wow, this is literally along ethnic and national lines in this little tiny factory. It's adorable.
Dude, everybody fucking hates Arabs, and it only takes a little bit to see how much everybody hates each other. You know what I mean?
Well, there's the ongoing joke of like all the progressives are like Hamas this, Muslims that, and it's like, yes, why don't you go over there and say all this stuff? Huh?
Hey, you don't get paid for that, man. I mean, if
I
there's
I
one way
know.
to get, I was thinking about opening my own NGO for I don't know, some dumb fucking bullshit and try to live off that because you can make six figures on admin fees and salaries.
Well, yeah, that's why I don't trust like charities and like NGOs and stuff. That's why I don't trust any of that there because it's all one big organized legal grift.
Yeah, so why not get in on it? You know what I mean?
I I don't
If
know.
I had time and money, man, I'd be in LA right now talking about I'm gonna open a homeless charity. Let's get well, probably not LA because they'd fucking kill you for that. So I don't know, some fucking city with a decent amount of population. Set up my own fucking NGO and just live off that, just like everybody else.
I don't know. Maybe I'm old enough to still have some scruples and morals, and that as much as I like to make money, I like to do it honestly.
The fuck is scruples, man? Is that like Lay's potato chips?
I wish I have a craving for chips right now. Yeah.
Now, when you say chips, you mean potato chips, right? You don't mean
Yes, I know Canadian English is an unholy bastardization between British English and American English, but no, when it comes to food, we call things the American way here.
okay. So cookies are cookies and not biscuits.
Yes, but if you say biscuits, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. I know it's kind of funny because I worked with a lot of Australians and they're kind of in the same boat that they'll have like their Australian English, but they'll have a lot of influence from British English from media, and the same thing with American English through media. So like they're as unholy English as Canadians are.
Oh, speaking of Australians, I see Ria's in chat.
Yeah, I'll I'll add her. Okay, so this is like the first new person I have, so I can actually assign the role because
On
I redid my server a little while back. So let's see, confirm. It's kind of a nice thing having people come from Proctor's server. Is that Proctor's already done all the legwork for confirming who people are.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's also super duper. How do you not know super duper? You know what I mean?
I know. I know. I kind of I tend to the friendly rib everyone and stuff, but some people just make it too easy.
Yeah. I
For example,
mean,
Rie.
yeah, dude. Ria, Nolan's friend. I haven't kept up. I don't know if she's still Nolan's fucking bodyguard, White Knight or whatever. But yeah, Nolan's friend. Nolan's friend, Ria.
I don't know. I'm willing to let people do their own thing and make their own mistakes. I live by the creed of you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make a drink. So it's just like we tried. We honestly tried when it came to the Nolan question, but that's how it panned out.
Yeah, he should have just kept his mouth shut, man.
No, but
Fucking.
the problem with Nolan is that he's a literal attention whore with no impulse control. So like even all the negative attention he ended up getting, that was still a net positive for him. That's why like things imploded the way they did.
I can't wait for that thread to come up. Can't wait for that stream. Because I only know Nolan here and there. You know what I mean? I wasn't really paying it. I ignored Nolan on the forum, so I
No,
don't know too much.
pretty much all the Renegade fucking YT, like all the autists are all hands on deck. They've been combing like years and years worth of Nolan shit. Like the Nolan thread that's coming is going to be like the thread to end all threads for just the sheer amount of information they're getting and they're going to present. It's going to be glorious.
Now that's when uh no, that's because Nolan didn't actually do any OPSEC, right? He used the same name for everything.
Yep, that is correct.
Good God, man. Yeah. I mean, how do you not learn that on like even back then, man? You even back in the '90s and fucking early 2000s, man. I already knew firsthand, like make up a new username all the time. People are gonna find you. Blah 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 blah. Like, how do you not learn that in modern day internet?
Yeah. Okay. Wikidog just sent me a bit of news. So it looks like the farm's shenanigans is coming to a head right now, and looks like Null's going to DefCon 1 and things.
Wait, is this total retard war? Hold on, I'm trying to see. Hold on, stop moving the picture.
I know. Okay, full screen. So as a test, I am now going to censor all posts from the Congen CEO. Seems to think. I hate the way he types sometimes. To think to do not belong on his internet.
All
Here's
right,
what
come on,
this
Pippa,
is.
you got it.
I I have a love hate relationship with Josh, but he butchers English as the rest of us do sometimes.
So he's actually censoring this shit.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to censor the thing that's getting hit right now, and see if that actually is what's causing it. To my understanding,
Christ, is there any update to the Washington State bullshit
I've been
with Hurricane Electric? Let
I,
me check.
I've been refreshing my news feed, and I haven't seen anything new.
All right, so does he have to go? Oh, wait, this is a Polish company, right? So I guess there is no fucking. Wait,
I
is this a Polish company?
If it is, it might be a reason why Null might be having a bit more of a problem, even though he's registered in the United States. But because maybe he's like, in buttfuck Europe, he might be getting a little hit harder because it's a European company. I don't fucking know.
All right, let me read the Wikipedia. Cognate Communications is a multinational internet service provider based in the United States. No, I mean they're based in the United States, so
Okay, well
I wonder.
that would make a little more sense for Josh being on the hook since his service is in the United States too.
Oh no, I know what it is. It's they're in Washington D.C. and I don't think Washington D.C. has the law that Washington State does that allowed Null to at least uh petition the Attorney General over Hurricane Electric shit. Because yeah, all right, I think that's what that is. All right.
It's also fucking stupid. I need to make that like a soundbite on a soundboard because I'm just getting tired of saying it. Even though that's reality that we're dealing with.
Yeah, there's not much, man. I mean, there's nothing we can do. You can't start your own ISP. It's too expensive to do that. You can't make your own credit card system. It's too expensive to do that.
Well,
And then Biden just killed.
to be fair, I will say that there is an emerging parallel economy starting. It's just the it's still at the teething stage. It's still new and trying to find its feet and going against the Goliaths that is the establishment. But there is stuff being done. I'll say that much.
Like what? Because Null had that SAC posting. I think right as Trump lost, I think there was a SEC posting about the right to the financial system, and then I think Biden fucking tanked that the second he got in office. That was going to be the lifeline, I think, just for everybody, to be honest.
No, okay. Let me rephrase. It's kind of Okay, here's a good example: the the Bud Light shenanigans and stuff. They can only fuck around with the economy and make imaginary stuff for so long before the system fails. And there is enough establishment of like both products and services saying mm, like direct between the services and the consumer instead of having to go through like BlackRock and shit. Because there are a lot of new companies coming to market that have nothing to do with like BlackRock and Vanguard and shit like that there, and they aren't exactly playing ball with the system.
Ah, okay. Now, my question to you is, how many of these bullshit startup companies are going to end up like a Black Rifle company or that stupid fucking was that gun safe company that got fucked? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
how soon
yeah.
until we find out that they're all really grifters too,
No,
and nothing really changed?
well, here's my counterpoint to that. There, it's kind of like fake it till you make it. Like the system may start off as a grift and it's a rife with shysters and all that shit and stuff. But my hope is that it lays the foundation for something legitimate in the long term.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, you can always have hope, but this ain't Star Wars. God, I feel so gay right now.
I know what you mean, though.
Yeah, yeah. All right, man, I got to get back to work.
Okay, yeah, I'm running up in a couple hours too. That's it seems to be my comfortable median. So good talking with you again, and thanks for calling in.
Yeah, man. Always enjoy the streams, brother. Have a good one.
All right, take care. Mute that. Mute that. Yeah, yeah. I'm just looking through my feed and nothing really new, much going on. May as well go do some chores. Be an adult for a little while. Rehydrate. Rake some leaves. Okay. Well, thanks for coming out and take care, everyone. Peace.